Hey guys, welcome back. I'm going to be putting the stripes on the back of the Plymouth Scamp tonight. I just picked these up about 20 minutes ago. Once I put these on, tomorrow I'm just going to clean the car all up and then it goes back to my buddy. There's some stuff that's missing, but he'll have to find it or get it and put it on himself. So I haven't even looked at these stripes yet. Hopefully they're right. Should be 3 pieces, one for the trunk and one for each quarter panel. Like I said, I just wiped off the back of the car. Now I know that, like on my Dart, these rear stripes, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, I'm in the spray booth, so I don't have a ton of room, but I know that these stripes, these rear stripes, go like this, and they come down, and the marker light goes through them. And you kind of want to space them as evenly as possible. Make sure I have the right side, which I do, obviously, okay? So basically what you want to do is put your 2 side stripes on first, and then align your deck lid stripe afterwards, so you can align it to this side and the other side. I'm going to pan out a little bit, that helps. All right, so let's set this one first. So what I'm going to do is put a piece of tape up here on the top of the quarter panel. I want to kind of hold it where it's got to go. Just like on mine, they don't come all the way to the bottom of the quarter. I don't know why they do that. But I want to try to somewhat center this marker light in the center of the stripe. And what I'm going to do is install this one by eye, and then I'll measure from this stripe to the edge and duplicate it over there. Let's see if we can get a little bit more length out of it by simply sliding it down a hair, which looks like I have a little bit of room to work. That's about all I got is right there. Plus, if I move it this way a little bit, I might gain a little bit of room out of it. That helps. But that might have thrown me off from being in the center. Here's the center square hole. Then we have a hole there. I don't think mine's perfect in this perfect spot. That's actually not too bad right there. I think I'm going to go with it right there, and then we'll just measure off the other side and duplicate it. So I'm going to tape this right here, and then we could peel this bottom part. Man, it's hot in here. I'm going to have to open the door. I'm going to open the door up. Okay. All right, so I want to peel this back. Now, if you get any little bit of bubbles, you can apply this with water. I don't use water, I just put it on. If you get any little bit of bubbles, you can get it up, or it'll come out, the bubbles will come out with the sunlight. Take your time. Go right up with it. Now this part up here gets a little bit tricky because it got to roll it over top. And if I have a couple little bubbles, which I'm sure I will, I'm not going to worry about it because once I stick it in the sun tomorrow, that's going to take care of them. Run your finger back and forth on this top edge. And what that does is gets this to lay down. Okay. Let me trim this down here, right to the edge of the quarter and the balance. Okay. This is a matte finish black to match the hood. Got a couple bubbles up top. I'm not going to worry about them too much. That one I'm going to have to pop. This one has a little air bubble that's not going to want to come out. Put a little pop in there. And those imperfections will go away once it gets heated up. I'm just going to let it sit tonight. I'm not going to go get a heat gun out or anything like that. And the reason why I'm not worried is because I've done this many a times and I've seen it many a times. Okay, so now that we have that side on, I need to be able to measure from here to here so that we can get an accurate measurement so that we can lay the other side on. So I'm gonna go do that now. Okay, where I have this yellow tape is where the first stripe begins, right on this inner edge right there. It was 7/16 of an inch from this body line to the inside edge of this tape. Yep, and then the width of the tape. So this is 1.5 inches plus 7/16. It was just about 2 inches, like a 1/16 shy of 2 inches. So we're gonna go ahead and place this the same way we did the other one. And we're gonna install it the exact same way. Okay, I'm going to peel this tape off now that I have it positioned where I want it, because if I don't, and for some reason the vinyl sticks to it, I could ruin the vinyl because it's stuck to the masking tape rather than the car. So let's go ahead and peel this side back. This is 3M vinyl. I think it's 3M. I know the masking on top is 3M. This is, yep, 3M Scotch Cal. So it's good vinyl. I can let you know where he ordered it from if you want. I'll look at the box afterwards. He ordered it and it came a couple days ago and I just ran over to his house and picked it up because he's gonna come get his car tomorrow. So I gotta get this thing cleaned up and stuff. I don't really do a lot of cars for a lot of people anymore. I used to. In the future, I'm gonna be doing cars for just me. I'm gonna actually buy and sell a few cars a year, and it'll make good content, you know, on the channel. And then basically I can do the car the way I want it, make it really nice, and then sell it. And hopefully make a profit. Hopefully. Okay, let's get the top part now. Because it really honestly kind of sucks doing cars for people. These kind of ones aren't a big deal because they're not meant to be perfect, but I used to do cars for people, show cars and stuff a long time ago, and I'll tell you what, you want to talk about stress, it's not worth it. It's not worth what you make. Unless you truly, truly enjoy it. But if you have the ability to do your own cars, I would strongly suggest doing your own cars. People's expectations are way too high. You know, there's never going to be a perfect car unless you're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then at that point, what good is it to even have it? What are you going to do with it? God, I'm sweating. Just wanted to get this stripe on tonight, and then tomorrow morning I'll get it all cleaned up, and I'll just take a final little video of it all cleaned up. It's still got rims to get put on it, and like I said, there's some trim pieces missing, and this is just a driver car, something to just cruise around in. Something you don't have to worry about, you know what I mean? You get caught in the rain, who cares? Just something that's clean and presentable and looks decent, you know? Little air bubble right here. And when you're pulling this masking, try to keep it tight along the car as you pull it. Don't pull away, because if you start to take the stripe, you're really going to screw it up. Okay, cut this out. I'll put these marker lights in once I get the top on. The holes, I just cut a slot in them. Okay. Now I'm going to just trim this top up here. I'll open the trunk and clean it up afterwards. Ugh, vinyl stuck to my fingers. Okay, now we're going to put it on the trunk lid. So now, we need to line this up on both sides. It's a little longer than we need, which is good. So basically, we're just going to line these two stripes up on both sides, tape it down, and then pray that we get it close. I have done this in the past where I was like a 1/16 of an inch off and it bothered me. So I loosened the trunk lid and moved it a little bit to fix it. But I'm not really going to be that critical on this one. Okay, that side's good. I think we got a little bit of a bulge right here. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Okay, so let's peel back this side. Make sure the camera's in a good spot. Yep, you can see what I'm doing. Sometimes you have to rub it really good so that it sticks to this front masking. Sometimes it doesn't want to stick to it. So you just got to make sure you get it on there decent. They make the masking not super sticky because if it were super sticky, you'd have a hell of a time getting it off. Okay. Carefully cut this with my knife. Make sure you guys hold the paper up in the air. Don't scratch your paint job. And the materials came out to be about $790 for everything. So I made the $800 mark, and I'm right around 40 hours for everything. Which I figured I would be. Kind of really only gave myself that much time. This is just a Bondo spreader. They give you a spreader, but this just happened to be right next to me. Okay, that side's done. Let's pull back the other side, same way we did this side. See how there's a possibility of getting it off. So what we'll do is we'll kind of stretch it like I did that side. Now I only spent about an hour and a half or so, 2 hours wet sanding and buffing this car. I did not put a lot of time into it. I just scuffed it down a little bit and polished it up. Okay. Now you want to spread it towards you. Because if you go that way, you run the risk of putting a big air bubble right in the middle of the trunk lid. Okay. Go over it with this one. This one's a little bit stiffer, a little bit stronger. Now, I'm going to cut this flush with the trunk lid edge, because if you roll this under, 9 times out of 10, it just falls off. The backside starts popping off and it looks like crap. I think they're stuck together. Can't tell. Cut this side. All right, let's peel this masking off. And yes, they are stuck on top of each other. So let's get that off before it sits for too long and really sticks. There's a little piece here. You gotta be really careful with your knife blade. A, you don't want to nick your paint. B, you don't want to nick your stripe. Just gotta carefully pick at it. And it will come off. And this stuff is stuck to you, especially if you have dry hands. Okay, now we can peel back this masking. We've got a bubble right here, a pretty good one. That might be in the masking. See how I'm keeping it really flat against the body? That's how you want to pull these off. These stripes make these cars look so much better, in my opinion. Some bubbles over here. That side's real good. So we're not going to press on them. We're just going to let them sit there. So now you can see it with the stripe on it. How much better that looks. Kind of gives the back end some character, you know. So let me put these marker lights in and I'll come back and show them to you. Oh, before I do that, this kit came from Stencils and Stripes Unlimited, LLC, Illinois. 71 to 73 Scamp Bumblebee Stripe, matte black. So this guy makes them to order. I've used a couple of his before. I did a Ford Maverick where it had the black stripes all the way down both sides around the wheel wells and all that stuff, and they came from him and they all fit really well. So he has pretty much all the stencil kits for these cars. So let me stick on these rear side marker lights and then I'll come back. Okay, I just put this to show you this side because you can see this side better because it's farther away. So that's on. Now it just needs all wiped down. Do a few more things and I am done with it. So, all right guys, figured I'd just show you how to put on the Bumblebee stripe on a Dodge Dart / Plymouth Scamp.